here he is, Ashton Jeanty, Raider Nation. Let's hear it. And Paul, I'm going to let you start with that article on the negotiation.
Yeah, it was a fun article to write and talk to Daniel about it. And Ashton, you had talked about it earlier too. What I thought was really cool about it was, when guys come in the league, they want to get the number they want. And I was here the day after you were drafted, and you're walking through, and none other than Marcus Allen is yelling at you, deuce. So you're known for number 2. You said it's a family number. That's the day greatness was born, you said, December 2nd. But in order to get that number, you got to get in some negotiations with the guy that had it. This is not Daniel Carlson's first rodeo. He's had to sell that number before to Marcus Mariota. The big thing that they came up with, though, was that when he sold the number before, half of the proceeds for whatever that number was, that monetary figure, they donated to charity.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what you guys did again this time. I'm not going to ask you what the exact number was. We can all guess. But, just, Ashton, for you, how special was it not only to get the number, but to get in this community right away and make a donation and really ingrain yourself in the community?
Yeah, very special opportunity. The number 2 means a lot to me and my family, and I know it meant a lot to him as well. So I'm just thankful that, he was, open to, sharing the number and, giving it to me, but also helping me get in the community as well. Yeah. Another great opportunity, and, it's always a great thing to be able to pay it forward.
Yeah. How does that conversation, did you approach him first personally? Did you have your reps? Did he say, what was that conversation like?
Yeah, so as soon as I got drafted, I came out here, and then, I was talking to the equipment guy, Bob, and I was like,
who's the greatest equipment guy in the world?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, how do I get the number 2? And he's like, well, somebody else got that right now, so you're going to have to talk to him. I can't help you with that.
That's just like Bobby, too. You got to talk to him.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gave me his number. We got into contact, and then we pretty much negotiated. And, it wasn't too stressful at all. He kept it pretty simple, and it actually happened pretty fast.
Oh, cool.
Well,
cool.
we talked to you first, right, when you came here that day. You're in the elevator with Violator and Gorilla Rilla and promos, and then you're in L.A. for the symposium. You come back here. The difference between rookie OTAs and then getting the veterans back, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I think just the speed, the level of, play, the intensity, the urgency, right? Because these guys have been doing this, some for years, 5 years, 6 years, right? And then rookie minicamp, everybody's just kind of out there trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's also great, like, in a learning experience, right, to get around these guys, like, the ones who really do it, and to be able to learn from them and see their processes and, how they come and attack the day.
Yeah. The process is probably the thing that has to change more than anything else.
Right.
People physically, you are what you are, and you've done it, with your body type for years and years, right? But the process is a thing that has to change immediately if you're going to have success, right? So how has that process changed for you already?
Yeah, I think just from day to day, right? Our schedule and everybody has a routine. So the biggest thing I've been learning is, hey, whatever your routine might have been, that's good, but it's got to change. You gotta add to it. You gotta make it even better. Every single day, right? Find out what works for you. Hey, what stretches do you do? What do you eat for breakfast? What time are you gonna come in the building every day? And actually, one really good thing that they did, our head of player engagement, he had a few of the vets come in and talk to us, and the biggest thing I got from them is that they stick to their routine every single day and they don't deviate from it.
Right. Yeah.
As a UNLV alum, Ashton, myself, I don't have to like what you did to my Rebels over the past few years, but I got to respect it, right? Obviously, and now that you're a Raider here, you've played in Allegiant Stadium before.
Right.
But the difference is UNLV played on turf. They were, and the Raiders play on the grass field that comes in. The Mountain West, I believe, is nothing but turf fields, right? So how does your game change? How do you adapt your game when you play on grass, or is that something you're going to have to find out?
First of all, we on the same side now. So
You're right.
But I think in terms of just like we practice on grass, so it's definitely different when you're cutting in certain types of way. Like turf doesn't really have any give, whereas grass, like, hey, you might slip, different things if it's wet weather. all that. But I wouldn't say it would so much, change my game. I think, the same thing remains consistent is, what I do on the practice field will then translate to game day.
What are you learning from Raheem Mostert? He led the league, the entire league in touchdowns a few short years ago. Explosive player. What's it like having him in the running back room as a mentor, a veteran, and someone who's been down this road before?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, even beyond football, just in life, he's answered like all questions that I've had, even just giving me advice about different things. And I actually had met him before, even coming here. So just a great person, great guy to be around, and just great to have that vet presence in the running back room.
It seems like it's been a rebirth of the running back position in our league. It's always been one of the most important positions in college. But coming into this year, I think everyone looks at the position a little bit differently, right? And so has that put added pressure, I guess, on your class, your group of running backs?
I mean, you could look at it as pressure, but I just look at it, it's the way it's supposed to be, right? The legacy of the running back position is, runs, way past before me and, the guys in my class. And we just want to add on to that and, keep the position going, trending upwards. So to me, it's really exciting to have that.
No pads, no hitting yet. Standing up, hands on the knees. I mean, what differences are you feeling out there right now?
I would just say the biggest thing is the speed. Like, everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Everybody's smarter, a little bit faster. So generally making your reads, like, you got to know exactly what you're doing because everything
It's like that.
yeah, if your eyes ain't in the right place, it's over with, So that's really been the biggest thing. And then obviously the playbook's a little more lengthy than college, but I feel like I've been picking it up really well.
Yeah, I'm just fascinated to see what Chip Kelly's going to have for you. I can't even imagine it.
Right.
And we've been around the game a while, and the fans too, that all the different looks with you in a single back set with going four wide. And we just talked to a couple of the receivers here, Dante and especially Jack. They want to block for you deep downfield. And you told EA and I when you got here that you look for contact downfield. You know the difference between a corner and a safety.
Right.
We remember that. Now you got these guys who are pretty oversized, blocking 20, 30 yards downfield. How excited are you for that?
Very excited, and as a running back, that makes me really excited because those are the touchdown blocks, right? Those blocks down the field, but also just having, great teammates they aren't selfish, right? Receivers, obviously they want the ball, but, to have guys out there that they're just excited to go block for you, I mean, that's amazing. That's a running back's dream,
It's the touchdown blocks. Right?
Exactly.
Have you taken the offensive lineman out for a meal yet?
No, I haven't, but I definitely will have to soon,
Yeah, you better.
The clock is ticking.
The clock is ticking.
You just put the pressure on me now. I got to.
You were one pick away. I was backstage at the draft party with Gino, and Cleveland's on the clock, and you're a cold weather back, right, from Boise, but you're a great back anywhere. You're one pick away from your life being completely different in any city there. Do you look back on that, and how grateful are you that Las Vegas was able to take you there at number 6 and someone didn't try to jump to get you?
Super grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it could have been anywhere else, but this is a great organization, great history. A lot of legends have come through here, great fan base. I mean, just great overall. So extremely grateful and, blessed to have this opportunity.
Speaking of those legends, Ashton, your first visit here, the day after the draft, you're out here a couple yards away from us taking a picture with Fred Biletnikoff, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl 11. Jim Plunkett, MVP, Super Bowl 15. Marcus Allen, MVP, Super Bowl 18. Marcus Allen looked over to me and he says, "Hey, this could be the 4th." You want to talk about the pressure of the situation. Or is that something that you just welcome?
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Marcus Allen, man. He's a
awesome.
great guy, but he putting the pressure on me already. Like, man, let me play my first game first.
It was a good photo. It was a good
It
picture.
was a good photo, but just that presence of the alumni. But not only that, like, they're all, legends of the game. It's just great to have that, and that was an amazing moment, and especially a guy like Marcus Allen to hear him speak of me so highly. That's just great.
Yeah, he said you had the speed of Barry and the power of Emmett. And if you talk about running backs, you don't have to put a last name to those.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Are you excited about this little break? It's not you'll be conditioning and all of that, but as a pro now, you're learning this is the last break before the really dog days of training camp.
Right.
What do you plan on doing and getting your family and everything set up here? What's that like?
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, getting set up in my house, I got to get all my stuff out
Yeah.
of Texas, bring it back over here, and then yeah, just training, getting ready for training camp, and probably take a little vacation, little
Nice.
time off,
It's gonna be
before
the
it gets
last one
serious. Yeah,
for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate you.